Okay, before I start this, I just want to preface that I am in a hotel room right now, so the internet is pretty shit. But if you want to bear with me, I'll try and all the pauses that we have here, I'll kind of try and fill with explanations and stuff like that. So just want to bear with me. That'd be really appreciated. And I haven't looked into this at all, so I'm gonna be going blind into this. So I might be ranting a lot of stuff, but at the end of this, I'll have a Google Doc for you and I'll upload this to YouTube however long that'll take because I don't think I can send the raw file in Discord, so we'll see. All right, you're playing Juno on Eichenwald.
One small step.
So I kind of already have a feel of what your playstyle looks like. Excuse me. So I do kind of already know what to look for, but who knows? You might have improved a crazy amount. So I'm hoping that's the case. We'll see though.
Okay, Juno. You have all the tools you need.
All right. So looking at your comp, you got two decently self-sufficient DPS, a line, and a mercy. So right off the gate, you kind of just really want to play that like mid distance because I mean obviously your Ryan needs to get close, but your DPS can kind of poke people at a distance, but they can also like do really good stuff from close up. So your main job, because your mercy has to be next to somebody, is to make sure that nobody can really get to you. Like if someone gets to you and you're dead, like that's like the team fight loss on its own. But like if they lose a mercy, it's still winnable. You know what I'm saying? So like because you have so much mobility, you have the speed and you have the double jump, you have to fly. You want to be able to make sure that it's like impossible to get to you, especially because of your healing range and your damage range. I'd say. So hopefully we can see that in action. We'll see that. Hmm. I'm just gonna kind of watch for a little bit, and then I might like pause and rewind. Apologies for the poor audio quality. Okay. You are kind of playing like that mid distance, which is good. It was a little bit of risky play, but you were able to get away with it. Okay. I'll kind of stop there because I kind of want to beat this, not like a dead horse, but kind of just get it out of the way because it's kind of weird on Juno, especially in like a pokey brawl kind of comp. Is your speeding is probably, and with this comp, I would say at least the most important tool that you have because Rhyme, especially against someone like Hog that can like hook him up real close, your Ryan is like super reliant on getting your speed rank to get out of bad situations. One, you don't have like a cleanse if he gets mated or something like that. So if he's mated, he's really just forced to take all that damage. Like you got the clear visibility of the comp now, so you, obviously at the start you didn't, but now you kind of know what to expect and you should be adapting. The speed ring right here, obviously you were kind of just getting people to move out of the way a little bit quicker, but especially considering the fact that you guys are playing so close up. I think that this is kind of a disadvantageous speed ring because it provides no benefit. One, because your team's not at risk of immediate death right here because everyone's kind of full HP, and I mean immediate, but like someone's about to die right now, needing to get out. But obviously, that's not to disregard Hog one-shotting one of your teammates. But let's say you're Ryan soaked in close and the soldier's looking at him and the hog's like doing max damage at point blank. That's kind of when you'll want to try and utilize that speed rate is when your team needs to get out. Or uh, on the opposite side is your team needs to get in and get in quick. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of a really weird concept to learn in like the meta ranks, but once you can soon utilize that, it'll be much more useful because now you don't have this speed ring for another, I think, 12 to 15 seconds it would be. So it's super useful to like know when you need to use it and not using it just to use it. And unfortunately, your Mercy did get one shot there. Nothing you really could do about that. Your line is utilizing the speed ring, but he's not getting out. That's not on you, obviously, but let's say you still have it. your Mercy dies, now you can use it at its full range because now his speeding is like just about to run out. But if you had it now, you can shoot it out and your Ryan can back up with the speeding and with shield. And you get to safety while you wait for your Mercy to come back. But since I come up first, people really know how to play around a checkpoint. Again, that's not what I'm worried about. Lucky for you, he had to reload. But I'll go back to that. It's probably gonna be a long video. I have 5 seconds. I should just do that because it's gonna take forever to fucking load. The distance you're at here. Oh shit! I could give me just a sec, please. The distance you're at here was too close. Let's see why it's too close. One, if you play against a Roadhog, it is a must know to know the range that he has to be at to be able to kill you. I know this kind of seems bullshit. This is like closer to his max. Like his max is like 20 meters for his kill, for his hook. But if you can know that distance, you can always keep that distance. Especially as Juno, you're a hit scan healer. Like you can do the same, disregarding healing fall off, which happens a little further than 25 meters with Juno. You can heal the same with the Rhyme right here, where you're at. It's I'm on track right now. You can heal the same healing over here. You know what I'm saying? Like you're a little bit further away, plus you're out of danger's way. Like everyone's behind this Roadhog. If you're over here, it is physically impossible for anyone to shoot you. Plus, you're at zero risk of getting hooked. Unfortunately, your Ryan did let go of his shield, but that's kind of like a thing that you can't rely on your teammates to always cover for you. You kind of want to make sure you can keep your own distance and be a little bit more self-sufficient. Because your Genji was right there; he was close to getting hooked too. Like you can be back here, heal the same amount, and you cannot get hooked when he walks up. And then when he walks up, that's your turn to back up even more, or like take behind cover or something. You know what I'm saying? Like you've always just got to be thinking that in your head, like making sure they can't close the distance on you. It's more precise for heroes like Ana because there is none of that like mobility factor. But with heroes like Juno, you have a lot to work with. So it would be nice to see like try and utilize that to the best of your ability. That's a good speed ring trying to get out, but your on one got a pick, so you're staying in. I don't hate this. Unfortunate res, not the 5v4 still, because the Mercy's not back. Your Ryan's in, you got a good pick. There's really not much you can do in that situation. I think honestly, if you were just thinking quicker, you kind of could have gotten there, but I'm not sure if it would have meant anything at all. Like as soon as the Ryan went in and I saw the Hog turn his back, I would have already been right here, and at least trying. Obviously, you did go and try, but maybe that's crucial extra seconds. Oh, you didn't have your speed ring because, well, I'm not gonna beat the dead horse like I just said, but like that use of speed ring and maybe could have helped you Ryan. I don't think so, but just trying to have that little bit extra quick thinking goes a really long way with this kind of stuff. Because if you want to look, everyone's turned their back to you, and it's to the Ryan. So if you walked up like a second or two earlier, this Ryan could have got a little bit extra healing and maybe not been one shot by the Hog, and maybe walked out with a shield. I mean, it's a very big hypothetical. I don't think so, but it's always a possibility. You Mercy could have gotten to him, got the flash shield off, but you just try and like look at people and see who they're looking at. That's a big thing. Like if they're not looking at you at the moment, try and take advantage of that and make them try and look at you, and then you have the ability to get out. But obviously, you get out now. Okay. If you die here, I'm just gonna talk about it. I'm not gonna pause. That's unfortunate. You really couldn't have done much about that. Because even if the ult got off, you would. Okay. Um. So it's kind of like I was talking about with that distance thing, but your team just lost that fight with your Ryan, so it was kind of just like delaying the inevitable. So don't worry about that too much. There's probably bigger fish to fry here. All right, so your run got hog ulted there. I don't think you could have gotten there quick enough if you tried, so I'm not gonna worry about that. Can't always control your teammate's fate. Okay. So I can run is also always like a super. I wouldn't even say goofy. It's just a very strange map to play on because I'll be real. The only people that actually know how to play on the map is like masters and players. Like everyone else just tries to run it down this middle lane right here. Like you got so many places to rotate. Like I hope I get to see this later on in you guys' attack, but you have the stairs over there. You can walk high ground through the cover over here. You got the upside right here, the high ground up here on main. I'm not even gonna move my mouse because I don't have a mouse. I have a touchpad, but I want to see you here trying to use the distance that you have because you have so many places for good cover here. Like even even if your team is down, it's a perfect time to be like scanning your area. Because I understand some maps are like super weird to get familiar with. So like just scan around. Oh, I got this corner right here that can like shoot for a little bit and then to shoot me get back because I don't want to get hooked or I don't want the soldier like spraying me down. Like obviously you got some good mobility. You're using your double jump well. I want to see that, but I don't want to see it always out in the open. The threat is very low right here, but I hope to see you take some cover once their team starts pushing up with the payload. Oopsie daisies. Okay, like you're keeping a good distance. This is good. All right, you saw the soldiers out. You're helping you to get out. I like this. That's very good. You're keeping your distance too. Like you know the hog is there. That's really good. Now you got cover behind your own. You're at the distance where you can get hooked, so I would be careful. I like that orbital array though. That's another thing I'd like to get because I'm not sure if there's ever going to be another opportunity like this in the game. You just hit the perfect orbital array. It's unfortunate if your team didn't capitalize, but I think just you yourself, you could have capitalized a lot more on this. And I'll show you. So orbital array, obviously, it basically applies a mercy damage boost to everybody.
Welcome to orbit.
You got all four of these people right here in this orbital array, right? Yeah. You got the hog, and you got three people back here. You popped orbital array, they're all stunned. It's perfect. Like this is genuinely the best thing that could happen right now. What I wanted to see from you here is I wanted to shoot the squishies, especially because you got your torpedoes. I'm not gonna be able to see my mouse from here, but you got your torpedoes. And if you can get a lock on each of these, that is gonna take away so much of their HP. And even if they're able to recover and like run away, your team's gonna chase after them because you got your speed rank, right? But what y'all decided to do instead was to shoot the full HP hog. You and your Ryan, and I think the Genji did as well. Excuse me. When you had three perfectly mid to half HP targets right here that die a lot easier than an 800 HP pig. So this was a perfect opportunity, and I think after you see this, you're gonna definitely see this a lot more in your games. You're gonna look for it, but just try and scan the whole area instead of just like looking at the thing that's right in front of you. Because this was a really good ult from you, but it unfortunately didn't get a lot of value because you decided to get tunnel vision and shoot that thing that was right in front of you. But it's super easy to learn that kind of stuff, and I think you'll definitely get the hang of that next time. But if the hog dies here, then it'll be good. I want to see that. See, that's what I was afraid of. That's a lot of ults from them. That's just really unfortunate. And I'm not gonna get too much into it, but that entire sequence could have been prevented with some better util from you. I'll say it. The speed ring to get your Ryan in there a little bit deeper, and your torpedoes with your ult, and the fact that you can hit scan people down. I think if you did more there, you single handedly could have turned that fight. And it's kind of weird to say that. It's not always the case for supports because support is the least carry role in the game. It has the least amount of carry potential out of any of the roles. DPS has way more carry potential than support. Especially on a hero like Juno, your utility is basically just with your damage and with your speed run. You have decent healing output, and you have good get out of jail options with your mobility. But you function as a carry support through giving your team utility by doing more damage and by giving your team speed. And you gave your team no speed, and you decided to only do damage to the tank. So that's something to look out for, definitely. You just trying to get out here? I mean, that's fine. Even if you try to get out, it was very difficult too. That's just you'll learn with time on how to do better at that. I'm not gonna get too much into it. It's all them. Okay. I'm assuming to help with the hog. The thing with hog mercy, I mean Zen mercy, is that the healing output is very low. I'm not even gonna pause about it. I'm just gonna talk. The healing output is you have a healing orb and you have a mercy that can heal one person. Obviously, you have a lot more damage output, which I like seeing you do this. This is good. You're constantly shooting. I really like to see this. So you're compensating for the fact that you have lower healing with more damage. So I love this so far. And I think if your run is able to stall for more, then this is perfect. It'll work perfectly fine, especially because they swap life for you. Okay. This is kind of weird. This is kind of a weird position to be in. Because I can tell you're very torn. Because you see the soldier over there, you don't want to push up because the soldier is going to like shoot you a lot whenever that happens. Like I understand exactly why you stayed back. It's because you were afraid of getting shot when you walked up. But let me tell you something. You look a little bit to the left. I'm going to move to the left because I can't look to the left. Look at this. This perfectly good space right here. Your team's all the way up here because they wanted to push up and kill the team. You could give support from over here. Look at me. Look at the angle. Look at the angle. You can shoot right here. Perfect. You got the orb on the game. Yeah, your orb's there. Your life you can handle the rest. I would say the reason you stayed on the cart is because you were too afraid to overextend. And if you're too afraid to overextend, the only solution for that is to find cover. And if even if your team wants to push up, you can try and push up with cover. Because walking down this middle lane, it would kill you instantly, unless you have like God tier aim, which I don't even have sometimes. So you want to try and scan the area again. Like you see, let me skip back. It's going to take a little minute because my internet is shit. You want to see the fact that you see the fact that your team's up. You see the fact that your life weaver is kind of out in the open. You want to try and make sure your life weaver lives. So you got your team here. Them three are trying to push up on the team. I think it's right when the on pops a little, not a little bit before. Okay. So I would say this is either a perfect time to orb your life weaver and push up on this guy, force him out, because then you got a little bit more in this corner right here. You can help your team out. But like I was saying earlier, this spot here is perfect. You can go up top in this angle I was talking about earlier. All while your orb does healing through the wall. That's the best part about Zen is that he's a really good flanker because you can just stick your orb on somebody, your healing orb, and you can just chill. Like just forget about it for a little bit. Like you can go through here, go on the high ground here, even though it might take a little bit too long. Assist your team through here. You can even pop some healing orbs on some other people over here. All while never being afraid of this soldier right here. Because he can't see you through this. So that's always something to like even that's something I do as a tank player before after every single fight I would say, but before a fight or after a fight concludes, either or both. You want to try and scan the area and see the best possible position for me to be in for the next incoming fight. The fight is already concluded technically because you killed all the people. The soldiers staggered a little bit, but your team is pushing up. So it's crucial for you to try and play off your team, especially as a support. If you are all able to. Let's say they all push in their spawn, like all the way up in here. Like you obviously can't do nothing about that. But the position they're in right now, with your life weaver here trying to push the soldier out, you have a lot of options here. And I guess, and I know you did. You got a little nervous, about the soldier trying to kill you, that you just stayed back. So I understand your thought process completely. Yeah, and the soldier nabbed you there. I mean, it's a very preventable thing, and it's just something you got to practice. I like to practice stuff like that in quick play games a lot. It's just like a new thing. Maybe you don't want to play it in ranks. Maybe you just want to like try a new thing in rank, like focus on a quick play and focus only on that. Don't focus on it. Let your autopilot play. Besides that one thing, you got the orb on the run. I like this. I'm not. Obviously, this is you got the. No, stop talking for a little bit. Let's see what you do with this. Okay, you push him out. I like this. You're kind of like waiting for him to pop back up. Okay, I don't hate that. You took cover. I like that. Good shit. Okay, you took that cover, and your life feeder was able to take him out. And you give him a little nod. Oh shit. They all kind of just pulled up on you. I know what you were doing a little silly. I know it was funny, but in competitive, your enemy team is not going to be as sympathetic in quick play as they are in quick play. Like they're trying to kill you just as much as you're trying to kill them. But the best thing you can do after a fight, like I said, is prepare for the next fight. Look for new positions, play around your team. Your tracer's off the map. That's okay though. You're trying to do damage. I like this, especially because you have Trank. That was not a bad Trank. I understand you're trying to stall the card. That was good. You maybe could have stalled a little bit shorter, like a little longer into it. That's just a nano ram. If you had your strength there, but they probably were just gonna wait for it anyway. I'm not gonna do too much into that. But I think with that, you would wait a long time for your trank, especially because you're so fast during it, is that you can wait for like less than a meter if you really want to. That's another thing you just learn with time. It's like kind of just like how to time step better on how to like limit test. You trying to do damage? I like this. Okay. Oh, Uriah just got obliterated there. Even if you had the orb on him, he was naded. So unless your life weaver had the grip there's nothing you can do. This is a little bit of a scary situation. I understand it's because you have the tree. You do gotta understand the tree can break at any moment. But also, you're not invincible with the tree. Okay, I like this. Good kill, good kill, good kill. I'm gonna let the round play out, unless... Oh no, y'all win this fight, it looks like, so... I'll have a little more time. Wizzed is very important to do damage, but it's also important to stay covered because you are a support, you don't have a lot of HP. That's unfortunate. Good Discord orb usage. My guy's naded, so it's good that she waited for the nade. I like that a lot. Oof. You almost have another trank. Let's see what you do with it. Okay. Okay, so since you pretty much are invincible in a trank and not a tree, I do like that you used it and you kind of like enabled your team to push up. I like that a lot. Good hand. Good shit. Good shot, Soda.
This is the right path.
Alright, so you're setting up for the next fight? Your team's like pushing up? I like this. You got the pedal to work with? I like that you're moving around. See, now's your time to back up, not to move forward. That's a nano ramble, I'm telling you. It does splash damage and it one-shots you basically. That's a scary thing. Even if you backed up, he probably had nano speed, so it probably wasn't preventable, but the one thing you don't want to do is move towards him. And it looks like the fight's gonna end right here, so... Unless your life here with clutch tree. Oh, he dies 99. That's unfortunate. Oh, I'm gonna pause as soon as the round's over. I'm assuming it's going to. Unless you swap carry, you got good Suzu. Okay. So, the things that I saw, I'm just gonna go over and summarize them. Obviously, I'll go in the Google Doc later, and I'll write some more stuff down so you can kind of have it on pen and paper. But a lot of the stuff you do want to be looking out for is just your position, being aware of your position and being aware of your position in accordance to where your team is, and even more so where the enemy team is. If you remember that one time, right after you killed that soldier on second point, there's like four of them that popped up. like out of nowhere almost. You could see. I didn't even hear them at first because one, I botched audio, but I wasn't paying too much attention, and it was clear that she was too because you caught off guard. But it's a constant need and desire to just be scanning around everywhere. Especially, it's even worse when you have like a flanker tracer or like an on round on you at all times. It's very annoying to do that, but it's crucial to your survival and to be able to help your team out. Because as a Zenyatta, you do have no mobility outside your float perk, which provides a little bit, but not too much. You want to be able to you want to be able to justify your position at any given time. Like the time that in third point, the Ram got nano boosted and you kind of just ran at him. I understand that you were trying to do damage and that was a good idea, but I'm sure thinking back, you probably would have done a lot different. But it's just that thinking in the moment that is really going to get you places. Thinking in the moment, oh, this nano Ram, he's got a bunch of armor. Obviously, I got the Discord up on him. It's good for me to stay alive because whenever I die, the Discord orb disappears, and he has one less person shooting him. So it's crucial to be away from that as far as you can. And I'm not going to get into too much like Zenyatta fundamentals as a hero. More so, I'm just going to try and criticize your player or your the way you play as you. But it is really important that you understand that distance. Just like I was talking about with that Roadhog hook being able to not let them close that distance between you. If you need to play further back, you're using more, that's a lot of range. It's also just important to know you want to be at a place where you can shoot them and they can't shoot you. I'm gonna try and point that out a little bit more closely. That one in particular on the attack. But I did like you hit some really good shots. Your Discord orb uptime was really, really good. I like that. I like to see that. There was times where your position was really good, and there was times where your position was really bad. So I hope to see more of that, the former in this attack.
I feel like I'm too hard on
This internet is pissing me off. I'm not gonna lie. We're just gonna wait for me.
Not that it matters to me, but try not to hurt yourself.
No, so you're back on the Juno, especially because they're on Roadhog. I heard that Roadhog shot. I'm not sure if you did, but you're soon gonna find out that they have a Roadhog if you don't already. It's crucial to be able to see where they're at and like be able to make sure they don't close that distance. Giving the speedrun right out of spawn is a good idea. I like that a lot. And quick play, quick play. You can't be shot in your spawn, so there's something to be careful of. I like your position here. It's good. You have that cover behind the wall super easily. You're using the cover for the shield. I like that a lot. You're doing good. And you're not using your speedrun immediately. Well, that's a good speedrun because they're able to push up. Especially because your guy got a pick. So that was a good speedrun. Good torpedoes. I like that. Hit multiple targets. That's really, really good. You're going to have your speedrun soon. I want to see you use it as soon as you get it. Or soon after. You're trying to do damage. I don't hate that either. Oh, that was so close. I think as slow as a hero as Dominant is, you do want to, it is good if she has that speed. We're kind of neglecting to use your speedrun, which we'll see. The hog stop on all. Oh, on his 1 HP. Nice. Nice, good picks. I know you're trying to give yourself a little more mobility. I don't hate that. You got the numbers here. This is a Roadhog that's going to be trying to come back to kill you all. Hopefully that doesn't happen. I like that. Just making sure you get the kills. I don't hate that at all. Because I know how scary those recontests can be, especially because you get a heal and the one shot. I don't hate that at all. Good shit. You also built over the way really well. You're able to get you a lot of value with your torpedoes there, right?
Speed. Watch yourself.
You trying to get yourself killed?
That is a little, this is kind of awkward, I'm not gonna lie. You see that you are and the Mizuki are both on the objective. Obviously, with two or three people, it pushes it up quicker. But maybe you can give your teammate a little bit more support. Your DPS are up there. You know, your DPS are trying to get stuff done. Maybe you can help them a little bit. I would say if you were in here, you would be much more of an asset to your team. One, because you could do shit damage to the room. You can even press this high ground because nobody's up here. You can eventually scan that because you'll see everyone's on the ground, like right here. If you just see everybody, you know no one's up there. And look at this spot right here that you can take. My fucking touchpad. You can see your team perfectly right here. You can walk over here on the bridge. Like it's just another thing that like scanning where you could be at and just rotating all the time. So obviously this objective, you're up one, it's good to be on the objective. That was a good dodge. I like that. Give you extra time. But there's always chances to be better positionally. Always. I would give your team a speed ring right now. Maybe not as much because he popped the Kekai Sanctuary, but oh, that soldier's on a good angle. Oh, that soldier's behind you. Hmm. I'm just gonna see how this plays out. I'm not gonna say nothing, but alright, you're on just on a 1v1 with the hog. Okay. You die here, deal it. Okay, perfect. Not perfect, but perfect. That whole situation was a whole ordeal. That was a clusterfuck right there. I'm not even gonna skip back because I can't move around. I'm just gonna talk about it. So, the second you guys cross that overhead bridge, I noticed just through audio alone and through bullets that the soldier was behind you guys. I'm sure you noticed him too, but you thought they were bigger fish to fry. So you did push that Ana, and you were able to get the secure the kill on the Ana. But you that soldier had a really, really good angle for that visor. It was stopped a lot by the shield, but you were in grave, grave danger during that entire interaction. And obviously, limit testing, soft limit testing is okay. Like, what can I get away with due to lack of enemy skill or due to lack of their understanding? It's something I do on Doomfist all the time. If I know the enemy team's gonna like not, if it's gonna fall for something, if they're not gonna punch me for this, then I'm just gonna keep doing it until I do. But chances are that was not your mindset, and that was just you getting caught out in the open. That was something that could have been really bad, but through a lot of fortunate circumstances for you, you were kept alive. But I'll say again, right after that Kekai Sanctuary ran out, I think it was best for you to try and play some cover. I'm actually gonna back out, yeah. So you guys were all huddled up under this bridge right here. When the Kekai Sanctuary fell, you guys started pushing up into here. That soldier was right here on this high ground. He could have killed all of you right there. And I know soldier players who absolutely would have. So that's to the fault of him and his lack of aim or his lack of game sense. Not due to not kudos to you, not due to the success of you and outplaying him. I'll say that was a mistake, but just because it didn't get punished doesn't mean it was not a mistake. Your positioning here, it was very poor. I will say, I'm going to skip back because I do want to try and like point it out to you. I'm not just going to say you're wrong. Just move on. I'm going to try and provide like actual constructive feedback. Let's see here. All right, I'm going to have to go back a bit. Let's just go back like a lot. Hold on a sec. We'll go back to when the Mizuki ulted. I think we can just like yeah. Was this his first ult? Yes, it was. Perfect. Would have been going a long time if I was skipping by 5 seconds. Okay. So we got the Ezekiel. We got your POV. Perfect. Let's go. All right. So right here, you're in a perfect spot. You're in the Ezekiel. Like, you're safe. You're good. Right now. Now is when it starts to get scary for you. Look who is right behind you. That could have been very bad. You would be dead in 2 seconds if I was here on Soldier. Obviously, that's not the case. You are lower ranked than me and console players, but I'm not going to get too much into that. The goal right here, as soon as his objective, as soon as the Mizukio ran out, is I need you to take cover. I need you to make sure that you are safe before you just be out here. Another the underlying theme of this entire game is your ability to know where the team is and can they kill you. Just like that hog hook in the very first point of the very first fight, just like the nano ram charging at you, just like the soldier who killed you on that second point on defense because you stalled out for too long in the open, and just right now because you weren't aware of the fact that he was here, and therefore you are not aware of the fact that he can kill you. If you just took a little bit longer, like right here, and waited, um, you could have just waited, and then you can see, oh, he's shooting my team. Maybe try and back up a little bit, or like stay right here even. And whenever he's doing something like right here, if he tries to come shoot you over here, you can just roll back over here, be under this bridge, because then he has to commit to dropping off to be able to shoot you. At that point, use your fly, use your double jump, get out. You know what I'm saying? With Juno, you're such a sandbox hero because your mobility can be mixed up in so many different ways. You can double jump speed ring, you can fly, double jump, you can double jump fly, you can speed ring double jump fly. Like you can be anywhere, anytime if you want to. I understand that you were really just trying to get the cart moving here and you're trying to heal your team. That was your main focus. But because you were so focused on that, you fail to recognize the underlying problem. That there's a soldier behind you and he's trying to kill your entire team. So what was my thought? Oh yeah, the soldier's here and he's trying to kill your entire team. So understanding that, I would be playing right here in this bridge area, just keeping my team safe, doing damage when I can, all that. Let's move on a little bit. I'll be pausing very soon after this. Don't worry. All right, you see the bullets here. You hear him shooting. Like it's to this point you should be able to turn around. You hear the visor. You hear is behind you. You definitely should be trying to get the cover now. But by some grace of God, this shield was so perfectly placed that he avoid killing you. Again, not to not to give you credit here. I say that in the nicest way possible, but it was a happy accident, as Bob Ross would say. So now you're trying to duel a soldier on full HP. Yo, bro, I'm ghosting the guy. So now we are trying to duel a soldier on full HP when we are 56 HP, and he can auto lock on us. By some fucking reason, he didn't can finish the kill here. But you know what? You took advantage of that. You tried to keep going. You got the Ana kill. So it was good. But a lot of this could have been preventable and it could have been your way a lot easier and a lot more of your team could have survived. Interesting torpedoes. You could take cover, but I just wanted to hear it more. You're trying to you hear your team. I like that. Trying to take an easy target. I like that a lot too. But kind of do that tunnel vision, you let a lot of your team die under that hill right there. But we're not gonna get too much into that. You're trying to play the objective here. I like this. You're taking cover from a soldier. I like this. It's all good. Your Honoron is currently winning his duel against the Roadhog. By now, you should be gone.
Initiated.
I understand they're down their tank, but so are you. You're down your whole team. Right now, this is just map knowledge. Hold on here. Hold on here. Reset. Wait for your team. You gotta understand that staying on this cart was not the correct thing to do. Because what are you gonna do here? You gonna kill everybody? I don't think so. Unless you're Thanos. Sometimes you're Thanos. I've seen you play, but now it's not the time to be doing that. You got 3 people, 4 people looking at you. The disaster waiting to happen there. Don't tell me they see none. And if you were alive there, maybe your team could have lived. But they kind of just ran in the same as you did. So that's unfortunate.
Can we really do this?
I want to see how you recontest this point.
Think like that.
I'm interested to see how you work. Oh, fuck. I tried to F1 to see what perk you got. I'm sorry I can just hit the fucking scoreboard. Alright, you took the charge perk. Okay. I don't hate that. Both my perks are decent. It kind of just depends how you play.
Injury detected.
I I get the damage perk for minor. Oh my god, they C9 the point? Oh my god. You know what? Your tank C9 the point. Good for them, man. Wait, that was not your tank. Who was that? Oh, it was your Onron. I just look awfully like a Domina, but then your Domina is no longer a Domina, it's a Sigma. Okay, well they C9 the point. So I no longer have to worry about how you
Next time.
how you get this point. So good on you. Alright, I can already tell how this works. You full this cap this point with 0 seconds and they instantly cap the point and win. So that is how this works. I'm telling you right now how it works. What the fuck? You know what? You're making the right play here. They're behind you. You are making the correct play here. I like this. Don't tell me you orbit this. Please don't. I'm not even letting at you. That was just a funny interaction to watch. You know, I get you're trying to do that. You kind of just failed to find out that they were behind you, but that's okay. That was just funny. You can learn from that because that was a funny mistake. That was not a dumb mistake. It's crucial I use this over the red because your team is like a very big poke comp. Sigma Mizuki? Oh, that guy can die. Never mind. You had your speedrunning there, by the way. Try to be more aware of what you have next time. It's always good.
My ultimate is ready. Let me help.
The amount of juking that Masters GM Junos do to me is unreal. This character is not okay when it comes to movement. Take advantage of that when you can. I get you're trying to get value out of that, but you kind of just stood idle for too long and the team kind of just got ran down while you're trying to wait to get value. You're covered. I like this. You kind of left your cover though. If you get out, it's good. You can fly. You can fly. Nice. Get back to that door. Okay. I don't hate this. Okay, I hate it now. There's a lot of chances for you to live there. I'm sure you know that. I'm gonna stop talking about it. Where did your run come from? Yeah, your cap was 0 here, or you just have a crazy long overtime, which I don't think is the case. I'm just gonna write down the doc. You know exactly what you did there, so I'm not gonna bring it up again. We're good.
We'll achieve it next time. I think.
Okay. Oh, Mercy won. Nice. I like this. Oh, your Ryan needs you, Nancy. Ryan needs you. Oh no. Your Ryan needed to live there. That would have been so good. But now you guys have to reset because they're up their tank. No help in that. There is some help in your Ryan though.
30 seconds
Back to Zen we go.
Discord will find tranquility.
The team's just getting staggered really heavily. Yeah, it's just an overtime. Never mind. Oh my god, this guy dies? Okay! Wait, your on run is goaded. Oh, the guy goes behind him a flank though. Wait, your on run is actually hammers, dude. Holy cow. Oh, this is the time you need to swap back to a faster hero. You're the slowest support in the game. Swap to Lucio or Kiriko. No. Or back to your Juno even. Your team maybe could have lived there if you were there too. That's so unfortunate. Alright, a couple takeaways. I'm gonna write hopefully I'm gonna try and write a lot. I'll see if I go back to VS timestamps, but a lot of what I want to see you doing is I want to see you trying to be more aware of where your team's at, of where your enemy team is at. Trying to just kind of have a scope of where everyone is on the map. And you can do that by kind of like looking around. You can see your teammates through walls, and you can kind of see if they're like fighting people. Like the way they're moving, you can kind of see if they're fighting people. You can understand. Oh, maybe someone's right here. Yeah, I don't have to worry about them if I go this way. You know what I'm saying? Because someone can't be two places at once. Unless you're Kiriko. But it's always crucial to have that awareness. There was many times you died that game because you weren't aware of where the enemy team was. You weren't aware of where they could kill you, and you weren't aware of your escape routes. That just comes with map knowledge. It just comes with playing the game more. Because every death is a learning opportunity. Even the ones that seem unwinnable, even the games that seem unwinnable, there are things you can learn from them. Every single game. Even if it's just the smallest little thing, maybe you played perfectly, but your team just wasn't that good. It's learnable. And, adapting to your team is always good. There were times where you struggled to adapt to your team because they were maybe pushing up too far and you kind of tried to push up, but it didn't because there was someone that could shoot you. Or maybe you were trying to just frontline on Zen. Oh, I have this tranquility. I'm just going to do all this damage and then I'm just going to run away with my trank. But maybe that trank could have been used to help your team survive a bit longer. Or, oh, I got to go touch the point with tranquility. But the point's like 6 meters away from capping, so you have like another couple seconds. And that another couple seconds could be the difference between your tank coming back and helping you win that fight, and you just using the trank on your own and then not even getting out alive. You touch the point and then you die trying to get out. So it's always just sad that just thinking all the time. Like it's easy to autopilot because especially when having fun, like it's easy not to think about the game. Like I just want to log on my ranked games and I just don't want to think. But that's unfortunately not possible because I'll get ran over. There's a lot that goes into playing this game well, and I see a lot of that in you already. Like you have good aim, your good usage of your abilities for the most part. But positioning is like one of the easiest things you can fix because it just comes with learning and it comes with playing the game more. So we got the hard part out of the way already. I do want to try and do another one of this with you sometime soon to see if you can apply some of these things. It'd be really nice to be able to see that. But for now, watch this video. I'm going to have it on YouTube. Watch it as many times as you want because it'll be here forever. I'll be here forever. If you have questions, if you ever just struggle with like a concept, or if you struggle with maybe one fight in one game, like everything else I got figured out, but what's wrong with this fight? I can take a look at it. I'm always here. So use that resource well because I love this game and I love helping other people play the game. So I want to see you get better. And I hope to hear about this soon. I hope to hear about how your games are going. And screenshots are always welcome. All that stuff. I'm going to go get and write in the doc now, get the video uploaded. So whenever you've seen this, you have a wonderful day.